Plaintiff Kentra Merriweather says although the defendant signed her birth certificate, he told her that he didn't think he was her father. Kentra needs to know the truth once and for all, so she petitioned the court for a paternity test. Defendant Freddie Bearden regrets not being there for Kentra or making her think that he didn't want to be her father, but he admits that he has his doubts. So he's looking forward to finding out the truth today.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
And we are here today for paternity determination. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right, let's start with you, Ms. Kentra.
Well, hello, Your Honor. How are you?
Fine. How are you
I'm
today?
so honored to be here, and I think you're the perfect person to help me out. I really just need a few moments of your time, and I appreciate you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, let me take a breather and a woosah. Okay, so basically, this is my second time seeing Mr. Bearden. He did sign my birth certificate, and I was told he was my father, but never met him, just heard a handful of stories. And I really feel like I'm just on a ghetto game of Saw, and I need your help to understand what the heck is going on. If he's my dad, if he's not, because he signed my birth certificate, he came into my life. Then he said he didn't think he was my father, and I'm over it, and I just want to know.
Okay, what has your experience been like over the years, with or without him?
To be honest, it's been horrible. You know, that's also why I called today because, you know, I've put on a brave face for so long because a lot of my girlfriends can relate to the situation of not having their father in their life. So I normalized it for so long and suppressed it for so long. But I had to seek years of counseling. My church, I cried on that altar and on those desks for years. And I struggle with rejection to this day.
Was the absence of a father the primary reason for your desire and prayer for intervention? Is that what
Yes.
you were praying for, to intervene
Yes.
on my feelings regarding the lack of a father?
Yes, I prayed that God would help me and not be angry or get taken advantage of. That makes, wrong decisions because of that void. So yes, that was the main thing I prayed for. And like I said, to this day, rejection, it feels like rejection. And I can't even communicate or put myself out there or be real or be honest because it just all boils down to feeling rejected.
Okay, and I think a lot of men, including myself, need to understand this. And maybe it has affected me, but I've had absolutely zero interest in my father. Zero.
I didn't
Zero.
either,
Don't care, don't miss, don't nothing. So that's
Your
why I'm
Honor.
trying to get my arms around people who say they were affected. Maybe I was affected and don't know.
Let me tell you, I thought I actually went on a journey of healing. So I felt healed. I felt like I settled that situation. God has been real in my life. Family, I have mentors, yourself being one of them that inspired, that helped me, just realize that you have to keep trucking on. But when he came into my life at 21 years old for the first time, that is when everything reopened up that I thought I had dealt with. And that's the part that was very insensitive. Because he came into my life saying, I'm your dad. He didn't come into my life saying, I may not be your dad. And then I still tried to have an open heart, only for him to tell me that he's not my dad and something about child support. And that really, really, really hurt me because the only thing he cared about was child support. He didn't care about me.
So it hurt you more so when he did appear, and then
Yes.
upon appearing, you experienced that rejection firsthand.
Yes, it went to another level because, like I said, prior to that, I was in church, I had counseling, but then when he walked into my life, it just changed my whole thought pattern, and it just threw me off. It threw me for a loop. Then, Your Honor, he had the nerve to look at me like some kind of disgrace. He didn't look at me like the way I imagined, and that's what hurt. It was like too much stuff.
Okay. Sir, what do you want to say?
So I'm sorry, Kendra, if you think that I don't love you or not want to be your father, or money is a big issue. No, money wasn't a big issue. I've always wondered where you were. I lost contact. It's like, when me and your mother first had our encounter, we really never dated. But anyway, once she told me I was the father, I accepted that. I lost contact, and when I reached out to find you on Facebook some years ago and got back in contact, it wasn't about money. I want to know you. I want to be your father. I want to be that man that you look up to and just love you.
Only for him to tell me that he's not my dad and something about child support. And that really, really, really hurt me. Because the only thing he cared about was child support. He didn't care about me.
So it hurt you more so when he did appear.
Plaintiff Kendra Merriweather says the defendant has been in and out of her life, and she has no idea if he is her biological father or not. So she petitioned the court for a paternity test.
So you took the initiative to look for her?
Yes, sir. Yes, I did.
How so? Tell me what happened. Back in what?
I think it was around 2009 or 10, whenever she turned 21. But
I'm
anyway,
32 now.
How did you search for her?
On Facebook.
Okay. And when you found her, what did you do?
Flew out to San Diego and visited with her a couple of days.
No, that's not what happened, in my opinion.
Tell me what happened.
In my opinion, he reached out, said, I'm going to Mexico for a trip. I would love to meet you. He came down here with his girlfriend and some pictures for all of 30 minutes and a long side eye. The whole time, he just side eye. And we moved past it. We took pictures. I really tried. I curled my hair. I said, I'm not going to put all the hurt on him because I didn't want to chase him away. But when he came, it was like we went to the mall with his girlfriend who took up the whole date. Sorry, but she did. And that was offensive to me because I just met him for the first time. And so it was really awkward and weird. And this would be the second time, Your Honor, me seeing this person.
What has happened over these 10 years?
I blocked him and I was upset.
Why?
I was upset because I felt like I was being toyed with. I felt like a ghetto game assault. And I was the guy stuck in the room, and he's the guy in the monitor that's like, oh, what's in the next room? Like I felt toyed with.
How so? Why? What did he do to make you feel that way?
Well, he called me afterwards saying he didn't think I was his daughter.
Sir, did you do that?
Yeah, I did that.
How long after searching for her and finding her and going to see her, how long after that did you then say, I don't think you're my daughter?
It may have been 6 months.
Why did you do that?
Well, after that, I started hearing stories about how her mother and some ladies would call down to the shipyards and meet guys just off of names. So that made me think that I wasn't the father.
Okay, and you heard that within the 6 months period, out of all these years that you haven't been in her life, suddenly, over a 6 month period, right after you tell her you're daddy, you say what? You heard all these people just suddenly at the same time, like a choir, just suddenly, all within that 6 month period. All right, now, she's with some other men. She had 10 men. She not be your daughter. It usually goes like this. 1 year, you might hear some gossip. Another year, you might hear some gossip. Never hear nothing again for 3 years. Then you might hear one person with some gossip. Few years later, the same person with the same gossip. That's how that typically goes, sir. You don't hear all the gossip at one time about you being or not being the father of a child, particularly if that question has been around for decades. Remember? You the one said you knew about it in the beginning. Go ahead, ma'am.
The gossip was not even correlated to the situation. The gossip was not in correlation to him being my dad. The gossip was in correlation to my mom being a single, young, beautiful lady living her life. And
you don't know what gossip he heard. You can't speak for him, what gossip he heard.
I'm saying that I feel like that's a lie. I feel like that's a lie because he signed my birth certificate when I was young. They asked him if he wanted a DNA test. He said no. The gossip that he heard was so juvenile, it's an excuse. It's not even correlated to the situation, Your Honor, because the person he heard the gossip from believes I'm his daughter. So what kind of gossip did he possibly hear when the person believes that I'm his daughter?
Anything else? All right. Anything else from you?
No, sir.
All right. Let's just take a look.
Yes.
You are the father. Have a good day.
Oh my God.
Wow. I don't know what to say, man. I want to apologize, sir. I apologize, Kendra. I'm just glad to know that I'm her father. I just want to make up for lost time, man. Just want to make up for lost time. I want to apologize to her, and I thank you guys for this show, man. Thank y'all for helping me out.